Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program where we focus on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. And here with me today we have two great guests from the Food Project with Manny Encarnacion. He's a route crew supervisor. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about what he does. And we also have Rediet Habtegebriel. And I spent about 30 minutes trying to remember that name before the program. And Red is actually a crew supervisor. These guys are here today to talk a little bit about the Food Projects Workshop, which is going to be held on February 4th. This is Saturday down at the Lynn YMCA, 12:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. We're going to talk about the details of this event, what it's going to do for you, and how you can give back too. But first and foremost, I'd love to thank my guests for coming onto the program and give them an opportunity to explain who they are and how they're involved. So Manny, let's start with you.
Sure. So my name is Manny, and I've been with the Food Project. I mean, it's kind of been like 10 years on and off. I worked there as a youth, and I came back as a supervisor in May of last year, 2016. And so I work with Route Crew, which is our more experienced youth. They've been there for like 2 to 3 years. And we work with doing facilitation, doing workshops for the community and for our younger or our second tier of our programs, Dirt Crew.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So Red, you're a crew member over there. You probably work heavily with Manny, you get a lot of orders from him and that type of stuff, but it seems like you guys have a good working relationship together. Can you enlighten us on what crew members do?
So crew members participate in workshops, giving workshops, receiving workshops, and in our farms, and like working on our farms and getting involved with like social justice and food injustice.
Okay, so you're a student, right?
Yeah.
So you got involved in this project for what reasons?
The reason why I got involved was because, well, it was summer and I wanted to do something, but it turned out to be way more than that. I felt like I didn't have a voice in the society, especially as a person of color and a female and a youth. So like the Food Project gave me a voice.
Wonderful.
And
all right. So anybody at home on the fence about whether or not the Food Project will be for them if you're a student, Ray could tell you a little bit more about that. So we want to talk a little bit about the organization and just kind of in a nutshell, just enlighten our viewership as to the Food Project, what it is and what it does for the community.
Yeah, so it's a nonprofit organization here in Lynn, and we have a different section in Boston as well. And we work with youth and adults and bringing them to work together through sustainable agriculture to address food justice and social injustice as well.
So two words that you just said that really stick out to me: sustainable, sustainability, and agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
Agriculture is the absolute, and I don't have to tell you guys about this, but just in regard to like human connection to the earth. Like this is it. This is the end all be all. And being able to grow food, sustain it, and harvest it, and be able to rely on a regular food source is just an amazing luxury that not a lot of people understand and all that fun stuff. So the Food Project, reach out to the information at the bottom of the screen if you're interested in learning about these guys and what they're doing in the community. I want to jump into your event. So your event, this is a workshop, but this is also kind of like a community project that people can give back. It's set to happen February 4th, 12:30 start and 3:30 p.m. conclusion. This is over at the Lynn YMCA. It's on a Saturday, so if you don't have work, come on down and check it out. And this is kind of like, this is a workshop, but it's also a community-driven event. Enlighten us, Manny.
Yeah, so the event's called Food for Thought, and it's something that we've been running for a few years now, and our main focus right now is really bringing residents and people who work in Lynn and get them involved in the decision making and the improvements of the Lynn food system. So the Food for Thought workshop, it's an interactive workshop that is really focused on learning about a food system in case people are not really aware of like what it contains and what it involves. And it's youth led. So we have that portion. We have another portion that during the winter when we're running this, we have a community service activity. So there will be preparing meals that we'll donate over to the Haven Project. And then when we ran it in the fall, we had some time for people to work on our land on Monroe Street here in Lynn. And then also our youth will be preparing lunch for all the participants that come in. So it's a free event for people to come in to learn about a food system that want to be involved in the Lynn food system. And it's like on a track. So in the springtime, we'll be running another event called Food for Us that people will be invited back to get more of a focus on the Lynn food system and not just a general focus.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for the insight. So you get about 3 minutes left in the interview. I want to talk to you a little bit more, Red, just about like these events and what you got out of them. You started doing this in the summer 2016. Is that correct? 2015, okay. So you've been doing this for about 2 years now, maybe a year and a half. Tell me, what do you get out of this?
That's a good question. And what I get out of it is, I guess, a voice and an independence. The food project has given me like a lot of like freedom and like able to like express my voice and be a leader in my community. So that's what I get out of it. And it's like a family, like you have youth like the same age as you that are like working on the same kind of issue. So like it connects like people from diverse backgrounds like together, and yeah, that's what I get out of it.
Having that ability to connect, that's huge, especially once you grow, right? So you're going into your junior or senior year now of high school.
Yeah.
So you're going to be going into college and all that fun stuff, and you realize the value in people. And when we're kids, it's kind of like when we were your age, not kids, young adults. It's kind of like, just leave me alone and let me do my own thing. But at a certain point, you'll find yourself kind of plateauing, and you need the support and help from other people. So the experience that you're getting is wonderful, and I encourage you to continue to move on, keep doing this, and talk it up among your peers too. Manny, I want to say congratulations for what you're doing in the community. 10 years is a long time to be committed to something. The Food Project, an outstanding organization dedicated to really educating Lynners about food source and how to be a little bit more sustainable about it. You can reach out to the information for the bottom of the screen for some more additional information about the Food Project. But if you're interested, there is an event. It's happening February 4th, 12:30 p.m. start. This is going to go to 3:30 p.m. This is over at the Lynn YMCA. It's on a Saturday, a free event. We're encouraging all Lynn citizens and Lynn business owners to come on down and see what the Food Project has to offer. I want to say thank you to my guests for coming on to the program, and I want to say thank you to you at home and my crew for staffing this show. That's it for the Lynn Lineup. I'm Sean Donahue from the studio here at Lynn Community Television, wishing you all the best.